right, buckle up, cricket fans, because today we're diving headfirst into one for the history books.
Oh, this one was a nail-biter, wasn't it?
You said India versus Pakistan, always a showdown, but this one, at the ICC Champions Trophy, with all the backstory.
Yeah, the 2023 World Cup semifinal was still fresh in everyone's mind.
Oh, absolutely. So picture this, you're at your watch party, you've got your friends, maybe some Pakistan supporters in the mix.
Oh, that's a recipe for some heated debates.
Exactly. But you're going to be dropping knowledge bombs left and right. First, a little context for our listeners. This wasn't just any India-Pakistan match. This was round 2 after that World Cup semifinal where Pakistan knocked India out. And remember, they were the defending champs.
Right, and let's not forget, this match wasn't even played in Pakistan.
Oh yeah, that added a whole other layer of tension.
The Indian Cricket Board had some security concerns, so they moved it to Dubai. Neutral ground, but man, the pressure was on.
Definitely. So how did it all shake out? Well, India took home the victory. And they didn't just win, they crushed Pakistan by 6 wickets.
Talk about a statement win.
Especially because this was Pakistan's second loss in the tournament already. Put them in a really tough spot.
Yeah, their chances of advancing are looking pretty slim. But for India, this was huge. Not just about the win, but the way they won.
It felt like a real turning point, especially with all the talk about Kohli lately.
Oh, man, that's right. He hadn't scored a century since that World Cup loss. Everyone was wondering if he was still at the top of his game.
And then, bam, he comes out swinging in this match.
It was like watching King Kohli rise again. All right, so let's break it down. Pakistan's innings first. Saud Shakil, their top scorer, 62 runs. Captain Rizwan, 46. Not bad.
Not bad, but not enough. But the real turning point...
Oh, you're talking about when Hardik Pandya took out Babar Azam?
That's the one. Azam, their star batsman, gone. Pandya ended up taking 2 crucial wickets.
He really put the squeeze on those Pakistani batsmen. And don't forget Kuldeep Yadav, 3 wickets.
Yadav was on fire. Every time Pakistan tried to gain some momentum, he'd shut them down.
So Pakistan ends their innings with a decent score, but not insurmountable. And all eyes turned to India, and specifically to Kohli. The pressure was on, right?
Oh, you could feel it. Everyone waiting to see how he'd respond.
And remember, for our listeners, Kohli's role here wasn't to hit big sixes every other ball.
No, he was the anchor.
Right. He needed to hold the innings together, be the steady hand, while others took more risks.
And that's exactly what he did. Building his innings, picking his moments, and the tension just kept building and building.
And then, boom, it happened. The moment everyone was waiting for.
I still get goosebumps thinking about it.
Kohli cracks the ball, sends it soaring over the boundary for 6. And with that shot, he reaches a century, his 51st ODI century.
Talk about a comeback story.
And get this, he reached this milestone while hitting the winning runs. The crowd went absolutely wild.
I bet even the Pakistan fans had to appreciate that moment.
Oh, I'm sure they did deep down. And to really impress your friends at that watch party, here's another stat. Kohli also became the fastest batsman ever to reach 14,000 ODI runs.
That's insane. But it wasn't just about the numbers, was it?
No, not at all. You could see it in his eyes. The relief, the determination. This was a victory on so many levels.
Yeah, it felt personal for him.
He even talked about it in his post-match interview, said he'd been working hard to block out all the distractions, the doubts, the pressure.
Wow, what a testament to his mental strength.
Absolutely. So tell me, what was the Twitterverse saying? I bet Indian cricket fans were losing their minds.
Oh yeah, Twitter was blowing up. Even Sachin Tendulkar chimed in.
Sachin Tendulkar, the god of cricket himself.
The one and only. He tweeted, "Congrats to Team India," praising their performance. That's gotta feel good. Coming from a legend like him, I can only imagine. What about Yuvraj Singh? Always love his takes.
Oh, he didn't disappoint. He tweeted straight to Kohli, calling him the GOAT, greatest of all time.
That's high praise coming from Yuvraj. Okay, so India's on cloud 9, Kohli's back in the spotlight. What about Pakistan? How are they handling this loss?
Well, Captain Rizwan didn't sugarcoat it. He admitted they made some mistakes. Poor shot selection, sloppy fielding, it cost them.
It takes a strong leader to own up to those things.
He did say they need to learn from this and come back stronger in their next matches.
So they're not throwing in the towel just yet?
No way. They've still got that fighting spirit.
I love that about them. But before we move on, we've got to give some love to the other Indian players, right? It wasn't all Kohli.
Absolutely. Cricket is a team sport, and there were some standout performances.
Who else impressed you?
Well, Shubman Gill played a fantastic innings, 46 runs. And his partnership with Kohli early on really set the stage for India's victory.
He seems so calm under pressure, especially for a younger player.
Yeah, he really held his own. And then there's Shreyas Iyer. His 114-run partnership with Kohli was crucial.
Wow, they really clicked, didn't they?
They complemented each other perfectly. Kohli's experience with Iyer's youthful energy, a winning combination.
It's exciting to see so much talent in the Indian batting lineup.
Speaking of exciting, what do you think this win means for both teams moving forward?
Yeah, what's the expert analysis saying?
Well, for India, This victory puts them in a commanding position, top of Group A, clear path to the semifinals.
Sounds like they're in the driver's seat.
Pretty much. Their next match is against New Zealand. If they win that, they're guaranteed a spot in the semis.
So all eyes on that match. And what about Pakistan? Are their hopes dashed?
Not entirely. But it's going to be an uphill battle. They need to win their next match against Bangladesh. And even then, they'll need New Zealand to lose to India.
It's going to be a tense finish for Pakistan, for sure. They're really going to need to pull out all the stops if they want to stay in this tournament.
It's definitely a tough spot to be in, but you never know. Cricket's full of surprises, right?
Exactly. And anything can happen on any given day.
Oh, and one more thing that might impress your friends at that watch party.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Did you know, with his 2 catches in this match, Kohli now holds the record for most catches by an Indian fielder non-wicketkeeper that is in ODIs.
No way. Another record for Kohli?
The man's a machine. So I guess after all that, the big question is, what does this all mean?
Yeah, what are the main takeaways?
I think for me, the biggest takeaway is Virat Kohli is back. This wasn't just about the runs. This was a statement. He's silenced the doubters, rediscovered his form, and he reminded everyone why he's considered one of the all-time greats.
It was like watching a champion reclaim his throne. And as for Pakistan?
Well, this loss was a setback, no doubt. But they're not out of it yet. They still have a chance. And knowing Pakistan, they'll fight tooth and nail to stay in the tournament.
That's the spirit. Well, there they have it, listeners. You're officially armed with all the cricket knowledge you need to dominate any watch party.
You got the highlights, the stats, the expert analysis. You're ready to go.
Impress your friends, and remember, this is just a taste of the amazing world of cricket. There's always more to explore, more stories to uncover, more rivalries to dive into.
We'll be back soon with more deep dives into other fascinating topics, so stay tuned. And until then, keep those cricket spirits high.